Hey, welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time here, my name's Tim, and today we're going to talk about whether or not it's okay to use the customer's water. And the answer really is yes and no, and I'll explain. But first, I wanted to mention that I'm doing a giveaway for a free solar panel cleaning business starter kit, and it comes with one water-fed pole, a one-on-one coaching call with me, my pricing guide, and a script for new leads. If you guys are interested in signing up for this giveaway, check the top link in the description below, and let's get into the video. I had somebody comment, make sure that they bring their own water, otherwise they're ripping you off. Now, that is not true. Where I live and where I advertise, water is relatively cheap. It's only about $32 a month. It's a flat rate. So, I mean, really, and if you break it down, that's less than $1 a day for a whole entire household of water, and I'm gonna be running the water for about 30 minutes. And the old method that you're looking at here, this is the method we used to use, just hose and brushes when we were first getting started out. But nowadays we use water-fed poles, and it uses a lot less water. So even to argue the fact even further, now we're using even less water, typically about 1 gallon per panel. So on the biggest job, residential job that I've ever done was about a 40 panel job. So we're talking about 40, let's say on the high end, 50 gallons of water. I mean, we're talking pennies here. So anyways, there are some times where you're gonna wanna bring your own water, and it's not because you want to avoid ripping your customer off. That's not the case at all. I've always used their water, and nobody has ever complained. Nobody's ever thought that that was ordinary that I was using their water. And we already went over why, because it's fairly cheap. It's a flat rate every month. It's about $32 every month for most residential houses. Now, using customers' water on residential, yes, every single time, I think that's okay. The only times that I've ran into where I'm not going to use the customers' water is on a couple different industrial projects where they have it's agricultural areas, a lot of ag. And the reason is that they're mostly ground mounted panels, and they're usually out in the middle of a field somewhere, and there's not accessible water anywhere near. So we will put a tank on the trailer or a tank in the truck, depending on the setup. So sometimes you will want to bring water in a tank, that way, because you're not going to have access to water nearby to where the panels need to be cleaned, or you don't have enough hoses, or whatever the situation may be. To answer the question a little more clearly, it is okay to use the customer's water every time, no matter what. Even if you are on, let's say, an industrial project where it is out in the middle of a field and there isn't accessible water, you could still use the water. You just bring hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet of hose to get the water out to the location where you're going to be cleaning, and you can use the water. The only situation that I also have ran into was our small DI filter that we started using, the blue one. We ran some well water through it, and it completely destroyed our resin, like right out the gate. The TDS meter was through the roof. I think it went to like 100 within the first 5 minutes. So it was pretty bad. So anytime you're on well water, you might want to just make sure you check the TDS. That was my fault for not checking the water going into the filter. Instead, we ended up blowing out the resin, and we didn't really make no money on that job. So with that being said, thanks for watching the video, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you made it this far. Put well water in the comment sections, and I'll hashtag you a real one. And until next time, remember, anything's possible. I'll see you guys in the next video, or you click on one of these, and I'll see you right now.